MOTU Origins Wave 15 and Masterverse Wave 11 pre-orders are starting their slow rollout. So let's discuss the wave assortments and what that means for collectors right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael?
I am doing great. We had some fantastic news midweek. Like the work week was great, and the weekend is off to a good start. How about you?
That is awesome. I feel like I have a second home at Home Depot and Lowe's because I've been going back and forth, ping-ponging between both stores all day long and all week long after work. And all weekend. So, yeah, it's like something is always needed for the renovation going on at the house. So it's been kind of exhausting.
I bet. It's always a lot of work, but hopefully that will die down and you'll be able to settle in your new digs and build that freaking toy room that you've always wanted.
Oh my God, yes, I'll be so happy to get rid of that red carpet in there. That's awesome. So we've got a whole bunch of people in the chat. Why don't we say hi to our crew and then hello to all of the members in the chat because it is hopping today.
Yeah, sounds good. We always want to send a special shout out to our growing Toy Habits crew and our newest members that have joined in the last couple of weeks. And if you're not aware, we do have an Addicts and Junkies live stream. We had one last week where we revealed some secret Super 7 news. So if you're interested in joining the crew, head over to our channel homepage and click the join button and check out the tiers. But hello, crew, and we always have a great representation in the chat too.
Absolutely. And if you do want to join, make sure you do that. Go to the YouTube channel from your desktop computer because that's the only way you'll be able to hit the join button.
Well, let's check out someone who just did because Ken from Toy Connection is a new crew member.
Hey, Ken, how's it going? Oh my God, that's awesome. Welcome to the crew, Ken. Thanks for becoming a member. Ken is amazing. And if you haven't checked out Toy Connections, be sure to check his channel out, subscribe to him, support his channel because Ken does some incredible, really great retrospective videos, toy history, and he's got something special coming up that I might help collaborate on soon.
Ooh, so, that's awesome.
So Ken, welcome, and thank you for joining us live.
Yay. That's awesome. All right.
So let's go ahead and say hello to the rest of the chat. We got Dwight is in the house. Right hand of Skeletor. Wookiee Sasquatch is here. Crew member Joe Coleman is here. And thank you so much, Joe. I'm going to give Joe a huge shout out because he scored us some Rulers of the Sun 3-packs. Joe, you are incredible. Can't wait to get those. Thanks for finding them for us. You are awesome. Danny Ruiz is here. Highland Dread is in the house. Terrence St. John, also another great crew member, is here. $2 super chat from our friend Daniel Hearn, also a great crew member. Yo, Joe, but we're talking MOTU today. But thanks for the $2.
Yo, Joe in his head all the time.
I know. Robert Alessandrini, another great crew member, is here. Retro Boy OE 357, hopefully I got that right, is here as well. And Dan Diego has been a member for 2 months. Dan, a good friend of the channel, always helping us out, sending us all these insider picks and information. Welcome to the chat, Dan. Too Bad Dad is here. MOTU D is also in the house. Awesome crew member Allison Troy of Allison Toy Princess is in the house. Check out her channel as well. We got Studio Henge Kenton is here. I think I already said hi to MOTU D. Dave Chanelli is here. Frank Captain America is also here. Rob 2023 crew member is in the house. How's it going, Rob? Brennan Barnes, another awesome crew member, is in the house. D. Griff is here, another crew member. Welcome. Danny Phillips, awesome friend of the channel, is also in the house. Masterverse Toy Hunter. Hello, good evening, Sir Elder. How are you? And let's see, I think I'm almost done. Christopher Russell. Oh, sorry. There's 2 Christophers in a row. Christopher Brentar is here and Christopher Russell is here. They were both back to back, so I apologize for that one. That was hilarious because they were on top of each other. I think I got everybody. So welcome to everybody in the chat. We actually have a really exciting show for you today. We had some awesome MOTU news break this week. And also we got a late comer here. Spencer Sanchez is also in the house. Good to see you, Spencer. But some really fun topics to talk about today. Are you excited, Michael?
I'm so excited. Yeah, it's actually nice to like break the news sometimes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's always the fun part. Yep. So let's dive in and let's get to it. What do you want to start with?
Well, yeah, I guess we'll start with the Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 15 figure assortment, if I can talk. And yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on the figures for this particular wave, and also we want to hear from the chat too. How are you feeling about the split waves of fan favorites and cartoon collection figures? So give that some thought,
Absolutely.
and we'll circle back.
That is going to be awesome. So we broke the news of the Wave 15 assortment from an anonymous source that let us know that Cartoon Collection He-Man and Beastman are in a split wave with a fan favorite reissue of She-Ra and Merman, which is really cool because I think a lot of fans missed out on She-Ra and Merman. This was kind of a hard wave to get, and it's really wonderful that they're reissuing these waves so that people have a second chance at them. And of course, the Cartoon Collection, who could not love these Filmation-inspired brand new figures?
Yeah, those are awesome. And yeah, I think there's a lot of love in the chat for the cartoon versions. And yes, an Agent of Chaos 81 can't wait for the cartoon versions, and I can't either. But yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder when we'll get them.
I know, right? That's going to be an incredible wave. And they look amazing on card. So let's dive in and take a look at each of these. So this is wave 15 as we see it. So looks like we're having a split wave as we mentioned. And She-Ra will come on card back with a new fan favorite logo on the corner. We'll take a look at the one for Merman. But what do you think of them reissuing She-Ra as the first fan favorite wave here?
I thought She-Ra was an interesting character to re-release, and I would have thought it would have been some other character other than the lonely Princess of Power character on the MOTU side. So.
Yeah, I know. She is lonely. We need more pop characters. You know, come on, Mattel. Let's hope you're out there listening. Give us some more Princess of the Power figures. Because so far she's the only one. If you don't count, the blue version of Hordak that came in the PowerCon issue, right, with the 4-pack. So,
right.
Yeah. So she looks really cool. I actually do have the other PowerCon exclusive edition with the rooted hair as well. I have both because I think she looks really cool on card. But this is a fan favorite. There were a couple variations to She-Ra that were done kind of mid-release. Her face paint, I guess, around the eyes, especially in the mouth, were changed midway through production. So I think they improved them, and I believe this is a photo of the newer one because she has like nicer eyes and like eyelashes. So hopefully they will keep that updated repaint of her face sculpt there.
Yeah, I wonder too if they were wanting to get her out there because of the knee issues that the ladies of the MOTU universe were experiencing. So I know they had fixed the knees on that Teela that came in that Zoar pack. So maybe they're just wanting to get more of a version that's better out there.
Yeah, I forget which figure exactly it was that they made the switch, but the knees are better. They're not these big like caps that come over the lower half of the leg, so that'll look much better. And if you didn't get a chance to get a She-Ra with the new knees and the better face paint, here's going to be your opportunity, which is really awesome. And Merman, so we're not sure if it's the LOP version or if it's going to be the Wave 2. Was this in Wave 2 or Wave 3? I forget which wave this merman was. I think it's probably Wave 3.
I don't know, but this one, it was in the display at San Diego Comic-Con, so it's
Yeah,
probably
you're right.
this one.
Sorry, I apologize. So
That's all
we
right.
had both photographs in our article, so I apologize. I loaded it up. But you're absolutely right. This is a version that's coming out for the fan favorite. And this one actually was a merman that some people had trouble getting because the line wasn't fully available in the first couple waves, and distribution, which I don't think distribution changed that all throughout the whole line, but distribution was really bad at the beginning too. So merman was really hard to get.
Yeah, Merman was hard to get, and actually all of the Masters of the Universe Origins figures were very hard for me to get because they weren't stocking them at my Target or my Walmart forever. And then when they did
Yeah.
come, they were few and far
They were like
between, and the
$1.
Masterverse figures kind of invaded the shelves there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I remember we only got like one box at a time. So the next figure we have is, of course, the He-Man of the brand new Cartoon Collection Filmation inspired figure with the brand new buck, with the bigger quads. Is this what they were called? Our thigh muscles.
The quad, yeah,
You know,
those are the quads.
yes, quad. So he's got the new quad sculpt, and it's, I think, a slightly upgraded torso sculpt as well, and of course the Filmation inspired head and chest armor and all the rest. What do you think of this figure, and what do you think of the card back?
I'm digging the card back. It's so colorful, and I'm digging all of the stuff that they're doing right now with the Cartoon Collection. And I'm sad that they couldn't call this the Filmation line, but you know, we still get a reference to that in that logo. So I mean, that's great, and I love all the colors. Like, I'm a fan of blues and purples and things like that. So
yeah,
I'm happy with that one.
Yeah, I love this. It's great to have something different. And I love, obviously, the classic red rock burst of the He-Man packages, but to have an homage to the opening scene of the Filmation cartoon, which, of course, He-Man is standing there, you know, holding up his sword aloft, and you see that angled view of Castle Grayskull with the blue sky above him. I mean, this is a really, really awesome card back. And I love that 1980s burst explosion on the corner. Just makes it that much cooler.
That's awesome. Let's see what the chat has to say about these figures. So let's circle back to some comments. Now, interesting. Do you think we're going to get a Filmation inspired Battle Cat as well?
You know, that's a really good question. It'd be cool if they do release a Filmation inspired Battle Cat, and maybe allow him to become Cringer. You know, once you take off his mask and harness, and he could have the Cringer face underneath, or maybe swappable heads, something like that. But this is their opportunity to give us a Cringer in the line.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Filmation characters that they could make for this. And you know, they're starting with the tried and true characters, but the line can go very deep with characters that only made one appearance, you know, for a few minutes in one of the episodes and things like that. But they're really cool figures, though, or really cool characters.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they did it with Koldar, and he was only in the one episode. And I think that was probably them dipping the toe in the Filmation pool to see how fans reacted. So
yeah, it seems like that was forever ago, though.
I know, right?
But let's see, Raymond McDonald is throwing us a bit of history. So he said, I like how the first two figures in the classics line that came out were He-Man and Beastman, and now they are the first two to come out in the cartoon line. Love that. Mr. Too Bad Dad is happy that they're splitting them. We'll save some money. I only need the cartoon figures. Go move Mattel.
Yeah.
Or I think he meant to say good move Mattel.
I feel like, I was just going to say, I feel like the card backs are so cool that they're not really going to save us money, because you know we're going to buy two of each of these anyway.
I know, geez. Yeah, I mean, I don't need the other fan favorite figures, and so I don't know how I feel, because now I have to wait like wave after wave just to get two figures in a wave. But I mean, I guess they only have 6 of them, and they can't just basically launch them all in 1 month and be done.
Yeah, I know, that would kind of like kill the line real fast. Like, they need to spread it out. So I think they're doing it right this way.
Yeah. Aaron says, what's the other sword that He-Man is holding? Yeah, he's holding some different power sword, and I forget what that version is, or maybe it's just the Filmation version. I need to do my homework.
So if you recall when they talked about this at SDCC, each of the new Cartoon Collection characters are going to come with a prop that is inspired by a certain episode from the Filmation cartoon. This sword comes from one of the episodes. I don't recall which one it is. As well as Beastman will come with an extra accessory as well that is very episode specific.
Yeah, just so look on the back of the card rack. It'll tell you.
Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's the hover. Shoot, it's like a hover something. Like Beastman has a hover something, and He-Man's got a different sword. Yeah, and it's like
Sword of Ancients.
Yeah, Sword of Ancients. Yeah, it's like the Masks of Power that we saw in the San Diego Comic-Con display too.
Yep.
So, yeah, I love that they're doing that because that's how they were doing the MOTU Classics figures. You would get some really random accessory that had a deep cut in either the comics, the cartoons. It was really cool that they did that.
Yeah. It was awesome. I love that they're giving that nod to the Filmation cartoon, and the fact that they can't say Filmation because they don't really own the direct rights to it, but that they're homaging, the Filmation logo with the Cartoon Collection rainbow colored, writing is another really cool nod to the show.
Ooh, Yojo OC saw them in real life at San Diego Comic-Con. That must have been awesome. We had such FOMO. We're going to be going there hopefully this coming year if we remember to buy tickets.
My God, totally. It's coming up. Is that next month? I think we got to get on the ball on looking at stuff up. It always sneaks up on us. That's why.
I know, totally. Let's see. And Yojo OC has Merman and She-Ra. Rob 2023 crew member Beastman looks great. Yeah, he looks awesome. But I think before we move on to Beastman, we can check out a photo that we came across on the net, just comparing the 40th anniversary He-Man that came in that 4-pack to the Filmation version, and the cartoon version is just light years so much better than the 40th anniversary pack.
I'm so glad they got rid of that like Zoolander puckerish face on He-Man, because that was a weird. I was like, why did they pick that as his like head sculpt? I don't remember him ever really making that expression.
Yeah, He-Man looks really, really good looking.
Yeah, so good. Oh my God.
All right, Mr. Dan Diego.
I love the taller stance, right?
Yes, taller stance. Yeah. And actually, this is a good question for the chat. Is anybody going to be buying these to display alongside of their original MOTU Origins figures with that red rock burst? I know the card is different, so I know people have different feelings about that as well. But yeah, I'm loving the stance on this guy. He's standing tall. I like that they are higher stature on here, and I'm kind of digging the definition in the quads there. I wasn't sure if I was a fan of it, but just looking at the figures side by side, the quads on the other He-Man just look so plain.
I know, right? Now that they have like this enhanced new sculpt, it makes it look like light years better.
Oh, it totally does. Totally does. Yeah, it's got a nice hair sculpt, and I think the coloring too is a little bit darker in the hair as well. Yeah,
it's much more cartoon accurate.
Yes. Yeah, and it's funny because like they have such a hard time making like a He-Man head, right? And it's kind of like the Star Wars line where they could never make like an accurate Mark Hamill head for the life of them, and they had to go to like the Masters of the Universe 2000X line to get Prince Adam to look like Mark Hamill. So.
Exactly. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Miss Allison Troy, who's always dropping the knowledge, they changed the knees during the production of the 2000X Evelyn, and she is absolutely right. So question, like, would you buy a figure just to get the updated knees, or would you just be like, screw it, I have this one and I'm good?
I did a long time ago I did actually, because that She-Ra, the run was changed with the new knees and the new face paint, like with the new eyes. So I did buy another one, and I ended up selling my first issue.
That sucks. All right. Well, D-Griff, She-Ra is still on eBay for under $30.
Mhm.
Wish they made a few changes. Rooted hair would have been nice. Yeah, I mean that 35th
Yeah.
anniversary She-Ra that came out at,
Mhm.
was it that the PowerCon that we were? No, that was a PowerCon 2020. It was the year before.
Yeah, it was the one beforehand.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that one had rooted hair. So we'll see
Yeah.
if they actually
I really
make
like
a,
that version of her.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that one's nice. Um, let's see who else. Let's see. Cora, holding out with regard to cartoon figures, although they look good. What is holding you back, Miss Cora? We must know.
Yeah, because I believe it. I'm all in. He-Man doesn't skip leg day.
Yeah, and
He's
even
like
though I
in the
said
gym the whole time.
his like his other version, like his quads are like look kind of plain, like I would kill to have those quads anyway.
Oh my god, I know. It's incredible. Like who knew, just adding a little bit more definition in there would do so well. Yeah, Dan. Yeah. That's all I'll say. It's not a green screen.
Right. Oh, Robert Alessandrini, crew member, Prince Adam, please. Yeah, that would be an amazing thing to get another version of Prince Adam. I mean, we're going to get
Mhm.
probably all the versions of things that have been released so far. And I hope the
Yep.
line actually goes as deep as we're going now, because it would actually be really neat to have like all of these side by side like figures
Yeah.
of the regular MOTU Origins and the Cartoon Collection. I think that would make a neat display.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. And then just to have them all like carded on a nice display would be incredible too. It's gonna just drain my wallet. I just know it. And so much love for Filmation Cringer.
Oh
Like
yeah.
we don't have a Cringer at all, let alone a Filmation version of him.
Hmm.
Come on. Like where is there's so much love here for Cringer. We really need him in the line.
Yeah, yeah, they could do a lot with that Cringer and Battle Cat combination, kind of like
Hmm.
the Mondo version that came out, which is the size of an actual cat. But I'm not going to
Yeah.
talk about that because I haven't opened one yet.
Actually, and how cool would it be to do like a Cringer Queen Marlena 2-pack or a Cringer Prince Adam
Oh,
2-pack?
yeah,
Something like that would be really cool in the
that would be
Filmation style. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, and
that would
Robert
be great.
Alessandrini says Prince Adam, please. Yes, we would absolutely love him. And would it not be a live stream without another $2 super chat from Daniel? And of course, giving some love to Zorana herself, Sumbo Zorana life size. That's what Daniel's looking for. We'll see if we
Yes.
can make that happen for you, Daniel.
Maybe we can make a Kickstarter or convince Hasbro to do like their next HasLab is life size Zorana Sunbow style.
Absolutely, just for Daniel.
Right.
It'll be production of one.
Daniel, we're gonna make it happen. Yeah, they're gonna have to say it's like whatever. It's like a $4 million to make up for all of the money that they're gonna be losing just making that one.
Hmm. So Jay Gonzalez asked a really good question. Do you guys know when the cartoon versions will be available? Yes. we
Yeah,
have we have some information on that. I'll let you go ahead, Michael.
yeah. So these are supposed to be coming out in early 2024, and so there's some sites that have put these up for pre-order already. So yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be finishing out the new year, and unless they release them earlier, maybe to
Mhm.
line up with November. But I think from the SDCC panels, they were saying that it's in 2024.
Yeah. So the best thing I can tell you, Jay, is go ahead and check our website. Look at our article. We do have some information about where you can pre-order these figures, and we have a hint that there might be a drop coming on Entertainment Earth on October 4th, which we are guessing that these cartoon versions will be a part of. So keep a lookout for that too. But head over to toyhabits.com if you want to learn some more about where right now you can pre-order these figures.
Yeah, I really hope that these go up for pre-order soon because it's been
Mhm.
a little like, you know, quiet on the MOTU front since SDCC 2023. I mean, we've had the predictable releases of
Mhm.
Fangor and Lady Slither, and then we got this out of nowhere drop of the those Skilled Skeleton 2-pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that was odd, and we will be talking about that. But it was kind of a straight a strange drop. Yeah, Steak Sword. That's what it looks like. Speaking of the Skilled Skeleton 2-pack, we'll dive into that in a minute. But that face on Skeletor, it's just
I love
hilarious.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what I was thinking too is like
Mm.
you if you get that Skilled Skeleton 2-pack, it's like maybe you won't have to buy a Cartoon Collection Skeletor, but I forgot that he comes with the Masks of Power. And so if you want the Masks of Power and you also want the swappable faceplates for the Skeletor figure, you're gonna have to buy them both, and Mattel knows that.
I know, that's why they did it on purpose, so they can take our money multiple times for the same character, which they are so good at doing. And which brings us to our second Cartoon Collection release, which is none other than Beastman, which I absolutely love this version of Beastman. He looks super cool. I mean, that face, it's just right out of the cartoon.
Only a mother could love.
Only a mother can love, yes.
That's all right, Eric. As long as you're here, you were not late. Eric, thank you for being a part of the crew. Yeah, I mean that Beastman is awesome. Like the face on him, like I like the vintage version of Beastman, like his head sculpt, but like this one, you know, is less like fierce and mad.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I really like the way that they did this one.
Oh, yeah, you're so sweet. Yeah, I know that face is great. You know, the photographs that we saw from SDCC, Beastman looks very bright orange, but we've been seeing some production photos where he doesn't look as bright colored. He's kind of a more pale orange color. So I don't know if that was a production change or maybe just the lighting from SDCC. Because he looks very cartoony and bright here.
Yeah.
But then we have some photographs in hand. He looks much more pale than this.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been
always, yeah. I think it might be a lighting issue too. Like the lights at SDCC always make the colors on these figures look very weird.
Yeah. But I actually would have preferred if he was like that more intense orange color than the way he came out. Yeah. But he still looks really cool.
Yes.
Awesome. So this one I'm still looking forward to. But since we brought up the topic, let's discuss the my apologies, I got pulled out. The Skilled Skeleton 2-pack that Mattel dropped on us the other day. So they literally dropped it on us, and this comes in an incredible packaging. The artwork is unbelievable, and I know nothing about this like V-Friends Skilled Skeleton. I don't know if I'm just like not in the loop, but do you know anything about this line of toys?
No, this is the first time I heard of it. So I started to look them up, and it seems like they're doing like digital NFT stuff and making physical toys and things like that. So I don't know. Yeah. And Silver K was actually at SDCC, and yes, the lighting is terrible. What is up, Silver K? Go check out Silver K live on Geek the F Out. Go to her channel, subscribe. She has a great show, so you won't be disappointed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Silver K is always a crack up and just comes up with some lines that just I always just thoroughly enjoy all of your one-liners, Silver K, so keep them coming. Yeah, so sorry, this got out of order here. So this is the new Mattel Creations exclusive. You get the Filmation inspired Cartoon Collection Skeletor that's going to come with a bunch of extra accessories, which we'll take a look at, and this V-Friends Skilled Skeleton glow in the dark figure, and with a wonderful homage to the artwork from the original mini comics. This was as you remember, like from that original scene of the very first mini comic that Skeletor showed up in. Yes, she is absolutely full of zingers, Ken. Always a lot of fun. And big shout out to Ken again from Toy Connections. Um, I don't know, it's not Valentine's Day. It's like this is kind of an odd, kind of theme, I guess, on the
Uh-huh.
packaging. I don't really understand it, but whatever. It's cute.
Yeah, and I think I'm with Thanos Copter. He is
Hmm.
flying and hovering overhead. I'm also probably going to buy this just to get the faceplates, and I really don't like that V. I mean, the V Friends one is cute, but I don't really need it, and so I'm
No,
basically buying a $45 Skeletor cartoon collection figure when it's all said and done.
exactly. Um, that's exactly why I'm gonna buy it too. Like this is to me is just a throwaway figure. Like I'm not. It'll go in the accessory bin or somewhere.
Yes, Allison is
Yeah,
throwing the fire. He's out of control. Yes, Ken
out
is
of
always
control.
out of control.
That's awesome. So you can see here everything that Skeletor comes with. He does have additional um, hands here, which you don't really get. You never get one of these. He's doing that little uh, really cool like finger gesture there and some additional gripping hands, which is really nice.
Why
I
are they giving
wonder
him
what
a
the
hang
difference is
loose?
on these. Can you
Why are
tell?
they giving him a hands like a? Why are they? Why did they do that? I don't know.
That I have no freaking clue. Is that like something you're supposed to do, like with? Because I think this little V Friends thing has one also, so they can make
Oh,
like
all right.
some cool gesture to each other. I honestly I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Yeah. It
But
would have been cool if maybe he had hands that would kind of splayed out more, so you can
yeah,
recreate, the mini comic scene or something like that.
yeah.
But you get, the standard Skeletor look. One a faceplate that he's a little more solemn and one that he's laughing. But to me, I think they could have achieved the same thing if they just gave him an articulated jaw. Just
Yeah, and
saying.
yeah, totally. Yeah, they could totally do that. Yes. Could we have a
Mhm.
Skeletor doing just the two of us in an Alan Oppenheimer voice? I bet you if you ask Medga J to do that, he will do it in the Skeletor voice. So you heard it here.
Absolutely.
Just spam him with comments about doing that. You're welcome, Jay.
Yeah, Jay is awesome, and he does the best imitation of Skeletor. Like I think on some stream we all tried to do it. Mine
Yeah.
was like totally horrible, but Jay nailed it.
Jade does nail it. Yes, and Terrence St. John lets us know that you're also getting bling too. So he has that huge necklace, and it kind of looks like what like Flava Flav would wear, like on his
Flavor
chest, like a
Flav.
big clock. Or yeah, it's kind of funny. It's the Flava Flav
Yeah, I
skeleton.
know.
Skeletor.
He's like rapper D or something. Skeletor. Like I didn't really quite understand that. The little necklace thing either, but
Skeletor is metal. I wonder if the Cape Master will make like a leather jacket for him or something. I think that'd be fun.
it could be. But actually, now that Cora points that out, this version of Skeletor does have a little bit of a metallic finish.
Ooh,
You can see that it's kind of shiny
yeah. They
right
always
here.
trick us though in these production
Mhm.
figures, and then you get it, it's like matte, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
Where's the shininess? Where did it go? For
I don't
45
know.
bucks, they should throw in some shine there.
So I think they did the same thing that they did with the two versions of like Sunman. That you got like the Mattel Creations
Mhm.
exclusive, and you had some of that kind of shiny paint finish, and then the standard release was the matte colors. So that could be another difference as well. And of course, obviously, all the added accessories that he comes with. See, so they're both doing that weird little finger gesture. Not like I don't know who's gonna display their Skeletor like this, but have at
I
it,
think it's
people.
cute. But yes, the metal hands, yes, the horns, yes. We get
I
it, but
know.
I just don't
We get
know
it.
why they would do again, maybe it's to be cutesy, which is fine.
It is. I never really listened to heavy metal, but I know the finger gesture.
But you're not like a Motorhead
Yeah, exactly.
death metal.
Yeah, it's not my scene, but
Oh my gosh,
anyway, yeah,
Terrence.
it's cute.
A Kiss MOTU crossover. I mean, there's so many things that they could do with this MOTU line with respect to crossovers. So yeah, I
Oh my
still have
god. And
PTSD from the other crossovers. So we won't
oh my
talk
god,
about
let's not even like talk about that. I cringe every time I think about it. I can't even see like the word crossover anymore without getting
I know,
the,
right?
you know.
That's funny.
Yeah. Did you happen to notice this big snake in the background, by the way?
Oh, it's a snake. No, I didn't.
There's a snake coming out of here. It's a big snake.
I like it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, but Skeletor looks really great. His face sculpt absolutely with his hood shape is absolutely Filmation inspired. So I think they did a really good job at
Yeah.
his sculpt, and obviously keeping the more simplistic boot design and chest armor design. It gives him that kind of animated style.
Yeah, and Hylian Dread, I don't think that the regular Skeletor's face will be swappable, or you can pop it off, because I think the extras with that are the masks of power. And so this is a one that this version is going to differentiate it from there. And of course you have to buy all of them, right? It's like buying all the Snake Eyes figures in the G.I. Joe Classified series line. You need 17,000 of them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what we're going to have. And here's just another look at that glow in the dark, skilled skeleton. And again, I don't know really where that name comes from, but there you go. Another fun little glow in the dark figure. And a nice view of Skelly as he's always, running away at the end
Skelly's
of one of
honey.
his episodes. Exactly. We really can't do Mega J's imitation there, but Ken, you're absolutely right. He is the best Canadian tuber that we know. Well, because Ken is giving himself honors of #1, which I think both of you guys are
reading between
right on
the
top,
lines.
so.
I think,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is totally Funko Pop Skeletor. So maybe V Friends is trying to move into Funko Pop land.
It could be. No. Yeah, I think we've got plenty in that in that regard.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, I'm torn, because of course I want the swappable faceplates, but is that enough to justify it? Who knows, right?
I don't know either. Yeah. I'm kind of torn too. Okay, so here's the other question, because we're all kind of having the same feelings. Like, we don't really know what this V Friends thing is. It's like $45 for an extra figure that we quite don't want, but and usually, we're all in on stuff. So do you think that this set's going to sell out? Given
That's a good
how we're
question.
feeling?
Given it's the inaugural figure in the Cartoon Collection line, it might. I mean, the He-Man 40th anniversary 4-pack is still available. There's actually a lot of stuff that is Mattel Creations exclusive that's still available too. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think it's going to sell out immediately. I think it'll sit for a little while. I think it may eventually sell out, but it's not going to be like a Wondar or Grizzlor or any of those. It won't be hard to get. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if you're tardy for the party and don't make it in time, I'm sure it's going to be there and available in abundance.
And this goes up for pre-order in just about a week on October 6th on Mattel Creations, and I believe it's at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you do want this, mark your calendar. We have a couple things coming up in October. So October 4th, there's going to be the big drop on Entertainment Earth. So be sure to keep an eye out, and we'll keep you guys all posted on our website, of course. Then October 6th, we've got the V Friends on Mattel Creations. And then on October 12th, which we got to cover, will be the announcement of Mattel's next crowdfund project. So that's going to be really, really interesting to look forward to. And we still have more to cover, but in terms of Origins news, this is all really exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for them to finally release the 2 crowdfunding projects there, I guess, that had made the top 2. And it's funny because I was looking at our poll results earlier this morning, and we had nearly 3,500 people have voted in this poll, and the Attack Track and the Snake Layer are the front runners. And so I'm thinking that we're going to see them say that those are their 2 crowdfunding projects that they're going to move forward with.
Absolutely. I think so too. And I wonder how they're going to handle it if one's going to come in the beginning of the year and the other one's going to come later on, or how they're going to do it. So we'll see. We'll see. It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is going to be interesting. So yeah, I think the only thing to mention for the Cartoon Collection Origins line
Mhm.
is, I guess, remembering
We'll go back to
what
this.
what line is going where. So like they're finishing out the vintage MOTU Origins line that they have started with on Mattel Creations, but you'll be able to
Mhm.
find these Cartoon Collection and I'm assuming the fan favorites on the
Mhm.
shelves.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And we've been seeing kind of an odd thing happening for the last couple of weeks, which have been some older deluxe figures that have been showing up on shelves. And as a matter of fact, they've been the international card versions. I know we saw Buzzsaw Hordak. I think the two of us spotted them. And uh, Battle Armor He-Man, Battle Armor Skeletor,
Yep.
just kind of showing up on pegs at Target. And I'm thinking they probably had extra stock that didn't get distributed internationally, and they're trying to just save the spaces, their real estate on the pegs until they're able to get these new figures out on the shelves.
Yeah. And I'm with you, Terrence St. John. Yeah, I don't know why they've waited so long. That's actually why we did this poll, because I'm impatient and didn't want to wait for Mattel to drag their feet and release the results just to get an idea of what at least our fan base thinks of or thinks about it.
So I do have an idea why they waited so long to announce the
Break
results
it
of the
down.
poll.
Break it down.
I will break it down because they had to get the results of the poll, and then they're taking whatever the top two winners or the top winner. I don't know if they're going to announce one or two because they allowed us to vote on two of them, and they're fleshing out the actual crowdfund project.
Mm.
So they're going to the next level of development, which could be digital renders, maybe a scale model or something like that, depending on what project it was that actually got voted on and won. Because they weren't going to invest the time, the money, and the resources into each of those 5 different projects to flesh them out for an announcement. So I think that they took the winner and they took these couple of weeks to kind of do that extra work so that
Yeah.
by the time they announce it on October 12th, they have something substantial to show us. But that's just my theory.
Yeah, I think that's a great theory. And yeah, it's funny. Like, are they announcing, like, so I guess this is where I'm a little confused. Are they picking 2, or are they just kind of picking the top 2, and then are they going to have like a face off with those 2? That would be actually interesting if they did.
That would be actually interesting, but I don't know. That's a really good question. They haven't told us, so I guess we'll find out on October 12th.
Yeah, and Chef M80, fantastic crew member. And yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to be announcing the top 2. We were allowed to pick 2, so I was just assuming that they were going to just basically be showing the top 2 winners and not just picking a number 1, because then we'd be like, okay, well, why did we pick 2 and what's the second one?
Yeah,
So, anyway.
that's a really good question.
Yes.
So I guess we'll find out. If I had Geek Dad Life Jay's button, he's got 2. I don't.
That's
Maybe
funny.
that's why they allowed us to
Oh,
pick 2.
that's a good point too. Rob 2023 probably have a digital render to show, maybe something better than a illustration that they did. And yeah,
Yeah,
some of the
that's
man,
exactly my point.
yeah, like there's some really talented 3D artists, and there was one, and shoot, I'm blanking on his name, but he had created the Doom Tower, the attack track, like
Mhm.
all 3D printable, amazing work. But yeah, I
Yes,
need to.
we covered
Oh, Yurko
his
is his name. That's
work.
right.
Yeah, Yarko on our
Yeah.
site, and he did some incredible work. So if they do anything half as nice as that, I mean, his stuff was really really awesome. So let's dive into Wave 11 of the Masterverse line.
Yes,
Yarko,
thank
yes.
you, Juan. Yes, finally recalled. It's not a name that is stored in my memory banks yet, but he's amazing.
And then there's also that syndrome of when you're on live, sometimes your brain cells tend to forget things that are totally
Always.
obvious in front of your face.
Right.
So Wave 11 for the Masterverse line has now been confirmed.
Yes.
And we know that it would be Sorceress Teela, new Eternia Man at Arms, new Eternia Trapjaw, and Skeletek. So, what are
Yes.
your thoughts
Yes.
on this, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, we've known this since Comic-Con, but it's always a crapshoot when these things are going to go on pre-order. And so, like, this is something that we do nightly is just scour the net to see if anything has changed. And so, like the Collector's Bay, which is I think a German toy site, had put up Wave 11 for pre-order, and they were actually hedging their bets when we actually broke the news that all of these figures would be coming in Wave 11. They immediately just jumped on that and put placeholders on their site. They also put the MOTU Origins Cartoon Collection figs on their site, but they've recently taken them down. So wondering about that.
Yes. Here's a look at the figures. So these look incredible. If you're wondering where you can pre-order them, head over to our article, and we do have some links on there for you. So go ahead and check it out. But this new packaging is so awesome. I really love it.
Yeah, I love the packaging. I was like, the previous packaging was so boring. It didn't make you want to collect or just buy two of them and to put them in the
I
box.
know.
But this really does. And it really is nice
Yeah.
because it shows off all the artwork.
Yeah. You know, it's Mattel, it's like you've done it to us again, right? Like before I just buy the one figure and toss the box on the Masterverse line, I didn't need it at all. But like looking at the box, for example, for Man at Arms, I can totally see myself wanting to keep one on card.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Rick, but it's all good. Is this, oh wait, I'm looking at your avatar. I think that is Pop Actor, I'm assuming, because he's also one of the spicier ones in the chat as well, in a good way. So anyway.
That's awesome.
Mr. Hootie Dan, what makes Man at Arms new Eternia? So if you look at the Battle Ram blog, he has a lot of history on Man at Arms, and I think we've also thrown this in the article too, but his mace has a ball and chain. So I guess the early prototypes or early illustrations of Man at Arms, he has these that particular weapon that functions like that. And it's also Mondo did that with their 6-scale Man at Arms figure. They actually made that mace a ball and chain. So there's that, and there's other details that make him new Eternia.
Yep. And Dan is right. Like I said, go to toy.com, check out our Masterverse 11 article, and you can figure out on there where you can pre-order them now. That's all I'll say.
Yes, and I'm actually with you, Stygia and 360. I'm still going to throw them in the recycle bin, but at least they look pretty.
This is really cool, though. I mean, I love this new look at Man at Arms. He's our third version of Man at Arms for the Masterverse line, and now it's going to have to make me rethink what I'm going to do with the other two. I think I may keep just the newer version from the Revelation cartoon and maybe sell the the V1 and keep this one. So we'll see. He looks really good.
Thank you, Mr. Rob 2023. If everyone watching could smack that like, we would really appreciate it, because it just tells YouTube and other folks that we are doing a good job, and it'll make us show up on a lot of people's timelines or feeds if you do that. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Mr.
So
Rob 2023.
Please smack that like button. And in the words of Silver K, smack it, like it, and everything else.
Fondle it, rub it, whatever. That's awesome.
Country Gentleman says that he loves the new Masterverse packaging. I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, look how cool this packaging gives him an opportunity for all this other awesome, teaser images and things like that. And we got all sorts of like sky sleds and stuff zooming around here. New Eternia guards coming through the palace. But I mean, if you've got all four sides of the packaging, like it's limitless what you can do with the artwork.
Oh, totally. Yeah, and I actually like, I guess with this new packaging, I hope that the Masterverse is going to take a page out of the Origins book and start doing teases. Like that would just make my year, because it's always fun to see the teases and also see if they're going to be coming to the line.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's the fun part, right? Especially for us, because we like to totally analyze all of the artwork. And you're absolutely right, Robzilla, that the concept art also has a conquistador style helmet, which this figure has too. Which you're right, and that's got like that extra kind of circuitry coming off of the two
Mhm.
red dots, and that is Man at Arms like original design. Look at.
Yes, and Bash Studios, if you do have a touchscreen, you might be able to lick the like button too. So we're adding dimension to the live stream here. So
Absolutely.
it's 3D.
So let's take a look at the next figure here, which is Sorceress Teela, and she looks incredible from the Revolution cartoon. So this is from not Revelations, but Revolution. So this is for the next
Yes.
season coming up. So this gives us a teaser, knowing that Teela is now going to become the new sorceress.
Yeah, I like that they're releasing this figure not as a Mattel Creations exclusive because I think that other
Mhm.
Evelyn figure was a bit overpriced for what we got.
Yeah.
But it also gives a nice display because those two fought in the Revelation series. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm actually not sure if I'm going to be buying this or Skeletek, but yeah, I
Yeah.
dig the new Eternia line too much.
Yeah, me too. I think that's kind of where my collection is headed, and kind of veering away from the animated Revolution and Revelation figures, and kind of sticking with the new Eternia line, because that's where I see myself. Every time they come out with one of the characters for Revolution, they end up making a new Eternia version that I love that much better. So I think I'm with you. And this, of course, is Skeletek, and they still call him Skeletor on the packaging, but it is his, I guess, motherboard infused version of Skeletor.
Yes, and we're also going Bell Div DeVoe BBD here with Smack It, Flip It, and Rub It Down. It's a great song. Sugar is poison.
Get down, get down. All right. So he looks pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
I don't know if this one character for me is probably going to be a pass. I'm trying to be a little bit more selective, because our Masterverse collection is like exploding now, and there's like so many figures that I need to start being kind of picky on what I buy.
Yeah, I do too, and I think it's gonna start with, not collecting some of the Revolution stuff, though,
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, same here. Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And then rounding up the end of wave 11 here is this awesome new version of Trapjaw, a new Eternia version. That's funny. Brick something, you're so funny.
What is up,
I'm good.
Brick? Brick also has an
Good.
amazing YouTube channel as well, so go check him out. So, yeah, I'm actually going to be palling around with Brick and hopefully Silver K at the next toy show that's local to us. So, hopefully in
Oh, that's awesome.
next week.
You
So,
guys are
yeah.
gonna have fun. I wish I was up there in NorCal with you guys.
You can drive.
Look like Bash Studio really wants that. I know you guys got to come down here. I'll take you down to Frankincense. We'll have some fun.
Oh yeah, where all the magic happens.
Absolutely. I don't get out there as often as I want because it's still an hour away, or longer
Yeah.
in LA traffic.
Yeah, I was thinking too, like, it doesn't sound like an hour doesn't sound that far, but when you have to go both ways, and especially in LA, that's excruciating.
Yeah, and it could be more because it's like 50 miles, so it could be like an hour and a half if traffic is bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sometimes I'd just rather wait to get stuff. But anyway, we have a brand new version of Trapjaw. This is its new Eternia look, which I think is a huge improvement on the Revelation style Trapjaw that had that hideous mouth that only a mother could love. That had that tongue when he flopped his jaw open, and you can't unsee that anymore. This is going to
No.
take over that motherboard version of Trapjaw for me, at least. So, what do you think of
Yeah,
this version
and,
of Trapjaw?
silly me didn't see this one coming. I probably should have, but I bought 2 versions of that. I bought 2
Did
figures
you?
because I wanted that normal looking version if you can get past the face, and this one, which I thought, would the other one would look like, but this one looks so much better.
Yeah, I know. He looks a thousand times better. I really love what they're doing with the new Eternia line. This is the classic look for Trapjaw. vast improvement on his face sculpt as
Yeah.
well. And yeah, he looks absolutely great. I like the proportions of him better too. I think
Mhm.
the Revolution characters are a little bit too kind of tall and lanky for for MOTU figures. So his buck is a little bit more like beefy, how he should be. So he is looking really really cool. And we can take a look at what these look like over SDCC. I don't think I had those loaded up, so my
Oh, that's
apologies
all
as I
right.
scroll down. The card art on these are really really great as well.
Yes.
I love this digital kind of rendering on the back, which looks great. Did you happen to notice that the artwork is kind of digitalized now?
Oh my gosh, I have not. No. I need to
Yeah.
study this some more. But yeah, that's right because it's basically the figure with a like a digital background, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
So they look really, really cool. Like, God, now I'm gonna have to get another Man at Arms. I'm gonna have to buy two. He just looks too cool.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to take a look at the actual figures. We saw them
Yeah,
at
yeah.
SDCC. This is Skeletek looking all menacing with all his motherboard infused gear on him, and of course Man at Arms, and he comes with an alternate head, which is really cool. So you can go stash or no stash, which is awesome. Some people like him no stash, and he has a slightly different helmet design. This is more his classic
Mhm.
helmet, and the mustache version has the Conquistador helmet, which is cool.
Nice.
So this is, and here's that chained mace that Michael was talking about earlier when you guys were asking what makes him new Eternia. So that's part of the look right there.
Yes, and Brick loves seeing the Masterverse line evolving. I think we all love when toy lines evolve. So the
Mhm.
G.I. Joe Classified series didn't get off on the greatest start, but I think they've turned things around and evolved it into a line that's really great. And I think that the
Mhm.
Masterverse line is also going there as well. So very good point, Mr. Brick.
Yeah, they're really like hitting their stride, and it usually takes a few waves for them to get there. But they're absolutely killing it, and here you can see Trapjaw in all his glory. A lot of detail on his belt. It kind of
Yeah.
looks sort of metallic like. He has some shiny metallic paint on him, and yeah, they did a really great job with his head sculpt and that huge loop. So if you feel adamant about it, you can make him zip line past your room. Neat, because he's got the little loop on there.
Yes. 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 And Rob is referring to the stories that they have on these Masterverse boxes. So
Mhm.
he's saying we can ascertain that He-Man calling down the power of Grayskull, breaking reality and creating a new timeline. All right.
Yeah, that is that is awesome. And his weapons look really incredible. There's a lot of paint detail on them, and they're not just like a single plastic color, which I love. But they added all these paint apps.
Yeah.
Even his chest armor has a couple different colors, with the blue and the kind of metallic black. So they did a really nice job on him. I think he's looking great.
Yes, I'm with you, Steven. New Eternia all the way. And how about
Mhm.
New Eternia Evil Lyn? Now that would be cool. I could totally see them doing that because they haven't
Mhm.
had they've had the
Yep.
first Lyn release in the Revelation series and then the lingerie Lyn release, the Dark
Yeah.
Evil Lyn release. So yeah, we definitely need a Masterverse or a New Eternia version of Evil Lyn
We
as well.
do like a more classic version of Evil Lyn,
Yes.
which we don't have yet.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what is your thing? Are you gonna go stash or no stash on Man at Arms?
Dude, totally stash. I'm stashed all the way. You gotta have that Tom Selleck mustache on it.
Oh yeah, nice and thick.
Thick and bushy.
There you go. Right.
Or Silver K. That was
I know,
I
right?
just lobbed that one at her.
I know. Serving it up on a silver platter, silver K platter.
Yep.
There
The Silver K platter.
we go. Oh
Oh
yeah,
man.
and we are noticing that. Oops, sorry, I'm getting crazy with the comments. Yes, and he now
Well,
has
there you can see the
eyebrows
difference.
currently, so that's great.
Like look at the difference between both versions of Trapjaw here. First of all, like I said, this one's like much more kind of lankier bodied with
Mhm.
that animation style. I love that they changed it, gave him the beefier, broader chest, like torso and everything. And yeah, that face. I just
Yeah,
can't handle it. This is much more classic looking.
yeah, it's funny. You grew up with video games, right?
Oh, of
And
course.
so I
Nintendo,
remember,
NES, Super NES,
yeah, I
Atari. I've
remember
got them
when
all.
Nintendo came out, I was like, this is the best thing. How are they going to ever top that? And this is how I feel about the Trapjaw. When that first version of Trapjaw came out, I was like, okay, I can make a MOTU Classics 1-esque with this figure, but man, the new one that they have is amazing. You just need to see
Yeah,
them side by side.
so much better. Just so much better. All the more reason for me to kind of hold off on the Revolution and Revelation figures, because then they go ahead and do this.
Yeah, and they're probably going to be clearance. Like, what did you find Whiplash
Yeah.
for how much yesterday?
I picked up a Whiplash for me and you from Target in beautiful condition, no less, for $11. Check your Target stores. Whiplash was on clearance for $11. I already have Whiplash, but I said for $11, I want to be able to display it in both ways. Totally worth it.
Oh, totally. And yes, Scott, I do. Yes, I actually loved ColecoVision. I don't know if it was better than NES, but definitely a contender. ColecoVision.
It is. And you know what's really cool, Michael? Now that we kind of went on this like video game tangent,
Yes.
Atari, the actual Atari system and Atari company is re-releasing an Atari 2600 cabinet that you can play your old Atari 2600 and 7800 games now. That it will be HDMI compatible. You can use all of your original game cartridges in it, and it'll come with the paddles and like the joystick on Atari.com, I think it is. And I pre-ordered one for like $200.
That's great.
And it looks like the old school wooden cabinet.
Yeah.
With the dials on it.
Yeah, those are
so
awesome.
If you love Atari and you have a stack of old games that you don't have anything to play it, or you have to do some weird like connections, I have this like totally MacGyvered like Radio Shack plugs on the back of my TV to get my Atari to work.
Yeah.
My old school, I have a 7800 Atari. Somehow I connected it, but this new Atari system is going to be really awesome. Plugs in right into your HDMI, and you can play all your old cartridges on there. So check out Atari.com because I got that thing ordered and it's coming in November.
Yeah, tell them Toy Habit sent you. That's my favorite line that Mega J says. Tell them
I know, right?
It's like, what am I telling?
Yeah.
Love Jay.
Yeah, I know, that's so cool. I wish they would do the same thing with like Nintendo with an NES new console, that you can just take your old cartridges and they actually work without having to blow on them or like like have a hot air
Yeah.
to get the damn cartridges to work.
No, I get it. Yeah, I had to buy a bunch of like third-party equipment to actually get the NES and also the Sega Genesis to show up pixel perfect on these LCD displays. And so it's a very the old consoles are just made to show up very well on those tube TVs, and if you have an LCD, you're screwed.
Exactly. So this new systems are going to look really awesome. And as a matter of fact, D. Griff, thank you for the information. Amazon also has, it's called the Atari 2600 Plus. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was. I guess it's $129. Maybe I paid that much on Atari's website. I don't know, but you can get it from Amazon, and that is really cool.
Yes, it is awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, is there anything else we want to touch on before we wrap up?
Let's see. I guess pay attention to our channel tomorrow because we're going to be dropping yet another bombshell from our anonymous source. So yeah, Toy Sorceress and I have to get together and chat about it after the stream. So
yeah, so keep your eyes peeled on our website for another big news drop happening, and that's all we can say.
Yes. Yeah, there is also another one that we're planning for the future, but we're not sure when we're going to be dropping that one. So yeah, there's the MOTU news is flowing again, which is great.
Yep. You guys have some exciting stuff coming. Just that's all we can tell you.
Yes, I'm actually excited about all this stuff. So
am I. Oops.
He's like, it piqued your interest, right?
Dan found Whiplash for $10. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. So I was at Target today and I was like, oh, I can nab an $11 Whiplash like the toy Sorceress. No, it's 16 something in my area. And I was like, I guess by the time you ship it, it might be the same price as what I would pay here, right? So
That's true.
Maybe I should go down and grab that one.
Yeah, you absolutely could. I can take this one back. It's super easy to get started. But I was like, oh my God. It's like when you see something on sale super cheap, like you just gotta get it. And I'm like, I gotta call Michael. I'm sure you'd want one too.
Yes, we're not saying yes. This is not the L word. This is rumor. Tales from the rumor mill. So
exactly.
yeah.
The rumor mill is a spin. And I don't know if you had any toy hauls or anything you wanted to share. I did get some cool Super 7 reaction figures, and I just busted the punch hole on that. But these brand new Hook Mountain Lion-O, which color changes really cool in the sun. There's some photographs on our article on the site. I did not open these out of card because they look really neat. And this is glow in the dark Munra, and he glows so incredibly well. Again, photographs on our website, which he looks awesome. And then I did get the other two figures for that wave.
What's your pet name for the Lion-O figure?
For the Lion-O figure?
Yeah.
Oh, did I? Did I call him
Toasty Lion-O?
Toasty Lion-O. You're right. Toasty Lion-O, because when he was sunburnt. Yeah, yep. I called him Toasty Lion-O. He turns really, really bright orange. It's incredible. I can actually show you guys from our website photo. And then I did open up Invisible Tigra, which is really cute.
Oh, cool.
And awesome. And Ghost Jaga. So you got the Ghost version of Jaga. This is a really fun wave. And if you order the Cat Slayer, check your email, because Super 7 sent me an email and said, hey, we've got a special offer for you since you backed the Cat Slayer. They gave me 20% off all of these figures, which was very cool.
You were flashing a figure, but nobody could see him because it was invisible. That's so strange.
Oh, here, Tiger.
We're joking.
And I just wanted to show you guys what Toasty Lion-O looks like. So we'll just go back to the screen
Toasty
share. Toasty Lion-O. So he comes. This is Hook Mountain Lion-O in his standard form. This is what he looked like. It was cloudy in the morning, so I just took this photo. But then the sun came out, and boy, did he ever get a tan! I mean, he turns bright orange. So he looks great. There's Ghost Jaga. And what I wanted to show you guys was freaking glow in the dark Munra glows so incredibly bright. It's incredible. Like Super 7 does an awesome job at glow in the dark figures.
Oh, they totally do. It looks awesome. Yeah. I mean, I had a bunch of G.I. Joe classified series figures come in the mail. So I'm slowly opening those. And then I have a backlog of stuff. There's like Bad Batch figures from the Black series. And I finally got in on the pre-order for that Book of Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt's throne, but I have not opened it. I don't know where I'm going to put it. So it's just sitting in the box right now. Like my Mondo Battle
That's Cat. Awesome that you got it. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of G.I. Joe classifieds, like a slew of them came in this week. Tunnel Rat, Low Light, Big Ben. Of course, I got the two Snow Guys last week. Grunt, Low Light. Firefly, Viper, the Crimson Viper. This Firefly though looks really awesome. A lot of people have been having a problem with Firefly where he is super loose. Mine is actually, his torso's a little loose. It's not bad. Yeah, but some people have had it like totally flopping out. I don't know if it's a production problem with him, but he looks really cool. I really love how he came out. But it's been like raining Joes, right?
Oh my gosh, seriously, it cannot keep up. It's like the delivery is just hitting every single day with at least like one or two new Joes, and it's like they always keep moving up the release dates for these things, which I'm not, mad about, but there's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot, and it's incredible how they're all just, spilling into our doorstep. Now I can't keep track of so many Joes. But
Yeah, and it's
yeah,
also Toy Fair this weekend too, as
it
well.
is. It is. New York Toy Fair is going on. And in between our busy schedule, I know my weekend schedule has been crazy, but we're trying to cover as much Toy Fair news as we can.
Oh, totally. Yeah, there's only one thing that I came across today because of course Pixel Dan is there, he as he
Yep.
should, which was neat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the TMNT,
Mm-hmm.
uh, he had some pictures of the TMNT stuff at Toy Fair. So some really cute baby mutants and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, these look totally adorable.
Adorable.
There's all the versions of like the baby mutants here. Rocksteady and Bebop. Oh my god, he looks hilarious. This looks like a Genghis Khan, Mondo Gecko, Wingnut, and Scumbug over here. This is a cutout, I guess, two
Yeah.
cardboard cutouts
Yep. Mhm.
of Splinter and
Is that Superfly?
Superfly over here. But yeah, and you know what the neat thing is they're re-releasing, if you didn't get the sets, individual carded versions of the Turtles in Disguise, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Johnny as Spock, Astronaut Ralph, and Cowboy Leo, and April O'Neil, because she was only in that Target exclusive pack.
Oh.
It's been like, kind of re-release, repack, repaint so many of these figures. They keep just releasing in so many versions of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that they're doing that with this line. But
Yeah, I mean,
but
it makes sense, right? I mean,
yeah.
if you don't want to shell out the money for a 4-pack and you just want one of the figures, then it makes total sense.
Yeah, and we do have a link here for Pixel Dan's video. You can check it out. But they look incredible, and there is some new Wave 2 figures that are going to be coming out. We got Wingnut here, Scumbug, Genghis Frog, and I think that's all that's pictured here in terms of Wave 2. And then, of course, all of the baby characters of the villains, which look awesome.
Man, Scott's bringing the fire today, so love it. Hope you come back.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next
That's
time.
awesome.
So yeah, I think that's it. I think the only thing that was interesting today is that Lady Slither's concept got finished by MT Dio Art on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you just head over to the website, you can check it out, and this will give you an idea of what the snake lair could look like. But I think his is 1,000 times better.
Yeah, I'm trying to load it up.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
we have
sorry.
an awesome article right here.
Yes.
With the finished custom snake layer. So this is really awesome. And I noticed Rattler's head sticking out of this window. I thought it was so cute.
Very cute.
There he is.
This is nowhere near the detail or scale. It may be near the scale that we'll get, but nowhere near the detail that this guy poured into this. I mean, this looks absolutely amazing.
It does. And to think, he carved all these little individual pieces to make this, and then painted it, put it all together. It is awesome. And Michael, you did an incredible job of categorizing and what's it called? Chronologizing or
chronicling or whatever.
The whole process. I can't think of the word. How come my brain is not working well? But you did an awesome job at documenting his whole process. And if you go ahead and take a look at this article, Michael has photos of the entire thing, from start to finish, and you can see how this was put together. I mean, seeing the pieces, I don't know if they're made out of foam or some kind of
they're like foam, MDF, and wood are the materials that he used. So yeah, the foam makes it easy to carve like cobblestone and stone.
So seeing how this whole thing came together and what the final product is, I mean, there's a moat.
I know. It's but like the water looks so real. And he also shared exclusive images. So it's like you can only see these images on the website. He said he's going to post others on his Instagram. So I was like, that's so cool.
That's awesome. That was really, really nice. There's like bones here in this little cave area, and a little dinosaur that wandered off. He's like, what happened to my friends? They didn't survive.
It's funny. Actually,
You know,
there's a skeleton in there, and it makes me think like if you check into the dungeon, you don't check out, you'll just end up in the boat.
check out. Absolutely, and the creatures coming out of the dungeon, which is awesome. So much detail on this. He did an incredible job. So if you want to check out these exclusive photos, head over to toyhabits.com and you can check them out. But that's an awesome place. I love that.
Yeah, good stuff. The customizing community is very talented. So I wish I had a tenth of people's ability, but I don't. So I will admire from afar.
I know. It's incredible what these fans are capable of and what they're making. So between this and the 3D digital renders from Yerko that he did
Yes.
with those incredible play sets and vehicles, I can't even fathom like how the talent that these people have is just amazing.
And it's also just hours and hours of work, but they love what they do, so it probably doesn't feel like work. But like I think Yurko invested like 18 hours in designing that Doom Tower, like 3D, and it's fully 3D printable, and I think it's 6 feet tall once you get everything printed out. Somebody had actually printed out his entire Eternos palace, and that thing is unreal. I think it's like
was it Mr. Home Arcade
or something. What's that?
Was it Mr. Home Arcade who printed the whole thing
out? No, it was somebody else. But
okay. I think he was printing pieces of it.
Yeah, but that thing is huge. Like,
it's ginormous.
Can't fit the whole thing, then you might as well print up pieces of it. So, well, good. I think.
Oh my god, I'm cracking up at Scott's comment. Every time I hear Wingnut, I think of the classic movie Endless Summer. I am a big Endless Summer surfing fan. I've got a signed movie poster that was in my family room. And I love that movie too. And every time I hear Wingnut, I think of that movie as well. So Scott, I'm totally with you. That's awesome.
Wookie Sasquatch thinks Mr. Home Arcade ordered one like it. Okay, I think there's a couple versions out there that you can 3D print. Yeah, maybe the smaller one. Hopefully,
it could be. That's so cool.
Yes.
All right, so I think that wraps it up. But everybody, keep your eyes peeled to toyhabits.com. We have some big news coming for you guys very soon.
Yeah, we're going to be hitting you on YouTube and toyhabits.com with this one. So
yep, absolutely, both.
Hit you everywhere. We're like Visa, everywhere you want to be.
Everywhere you want to be. Awesome. All right, everybody. I guess we'll call it a night, and it's been a fun stream.
It has, and hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you next weekend. All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.